Hello YouTube. This is a shot of my 2003 Corvette. As you can see, I got it jacked up in the air. This began as a brake job and a shock replacement, but it's turned into simply a brake job. Took this car into the dealership and for a state inspection. We have those here in Virginia. And they told me that I had needed brakes and my shocks were leaking and, you know, had needed tires. The tires are probably the only thing that is close to being worn out. So anyway, I started doing the brake job, and foolish me, instead of coming in here and looking first, I ordered all the parts I needed. You know, I didn't figure, I mean, the car did have 44,000 miles on it. So anyway, but I just want to show you here. This is why we at the Corvette, well, some people online like to call them the stealership instead of the dealership. Take a look at those pads right there. The mechanic, and I use that term loosely, put down 4 millimeters as the thickness for these pads. Now granted, they're not brand new, and I would say they're about 3/16 of an inch, but they're certainly not 4 millimeters. Anyway, I decided to replace them anyway. That was one, and here's the other one. But excuse me, throat's a little dry. And I decided to go in and put some new rotors on. I'll show you those in a minute. But I wanted to show you one thing back here. This car has what they call Magnetic Selective Ride Control. And that's the shock right there. That's it, that long shock right there. Now, you may have see that little yellow stripe right there on the side of that shock. That's not a stripe. That is a little piece of plastic. Now, this is a 2003 Corvette. Like I said, it's got 44,000 miles on it. I've never had the wheels off. This is the first time I've ever looked under here. I have read about this online in some of the forums, but this here is attached to a little piece of plastic that GM puts in these things when they ship them from the factory. And this was supposed to be taken out as part of the original vehicle preparation. Obviously, whoever prepared my vehicle didn't know what they were doing. So, I'm going to try to hook the light here somewhere. I don't know how I'm going to get this light up in here, but, well, yeah, that's probably about the best. But I'm going to see if I can get this thing out of here. I'll say, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do it with two hands. I mean, with one hand, I am sorry about that. Let's see if I just pull it. Yep. Alright, I don't think I'm going to be able to show you this, so I'm going to have to see if I can find a place to set my camera here. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. I'm not sure if you will or not. Oh boy, there we are. Alright, now there's what that little yellow piece is attached to. I slipped that boot up, and now I'm just ready to pull it out, and there you go. And these are these are what they put in at the factory to keep the car from bottoming out while it's being transported. because with this magnetic selective ride control, when there's no electricity going to this shock absorber over here, the shock just goes all the way down. It has absolutely no damping power at all. So yeah, I'm a little perturbed at the dealer for what I told you about earlier, but if nothing else, I'm glad to finally get these things out of here. I'm really curious about how the car is going to ride now. Obviously, I have never really enjoyed the benefits of my magnetic selective ride control. I found these in the front and the back on the driver's side, and I can only assume they're on the passenger side also. But C5 owners, if you've ever read about these things, that's what they are, and that's how you get them out. Sorry about the poor video, but it's kind of a two-handed job. Thanks for watching, and subscribe. I'm going to do some more work on this Corvette, and I'll try to video what I can.